Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our, I almost said daily Captivator Gaming. However, it's not daily Captivator Gaming, it's rare Captivator Gaming. As in, I finished Hat in Time yesterday. I didn't feel like getting the DLC ready, and I was like, why not? We hadn't done Captivator Gaming in a while. It's like an ability on cooldown. Like, you don't use your ultimate ability all the time in a game. You just kind of use it sometimes. If you use it all the time, be overpowered. I can't just inject too much Captivator Gaming into my community. I did that once before, and I was starting to see some negative side effects. I'm kidding. Captivator's gaming, you can never have enough Captivator gaming. It is the precipice of all solutions to every single problem you could ever have. Do you have a chronic disease? Captivator gaming. Do you have TikTok brain rot? Captivator gaming. It's a solution. I'm telling you. You know, if I die in the next couple of days because the big pharma came and killed me for mentioning the cure-all for everything, then I went down. I went down fighting. See what we got in here so far. We have Mr. Not Fam. We have Stream Elements. Myself. Shout out to me. I will keep using that joke until the day I die. Hello, Pigeon. Sape, good to see you as well. Minecraft Master 54. CPU 0. Return of Captivator, he says. It was on a 1 year cooldown. It's not been a year. We played it yesterday. Probably. Right? Yeah. He was starting to hallucinate every night at the same hour. Yes, doing it daily is a bit much for the psyche. But Paladins gaming, maybe at some point, maybe someday Ino will get his dream of Paladins gaming. A hydrate, a posture check. My posture is actually pretty good these days. I don't really schlump when I'm streaming nearly as much as I used to, because when I'm streaming it's a lot better because I keep the microphone like right here, and I want to keep my mouth level with the microphone because it just feels cool, like talk into the microphone like a podcaster or something. But to do that, I have to be sitting up straight, right? So I mean, I could get like a little bit straighter, but I mean that's not my spine. That's just me flexing my butt cheeks so I get a little higher. So this is good posture. This is good posture. Free colon 3. Yes, very good colon 3. Thank you for your colon 3 in my chat. Flex them. I already flexed them once. It's not Captivator Gaming. What do you mean not Captivator Gaming? Ban this guy. So, hello, Creeper. Good to see you. Yes, it is indeed. Condry, what Sape says over here. Captivator Gaming. Oh yeah, the hydrate. So I have a little bit of anti-hydrate this time. Actually, it's Strom Cell coffee. So consider your hydrate redeemed. You meant now, not. Oh, it's now Captivator Gaming. Coffee in a cup? Yes, coffee in a cup. Do you think I own mugs? Well, I do own one mug. I own a Master Chief mug that my buddy got me. But that's more like a decoration. You don't really drink out of that. Mainly because I don't really want to try and clean that. That sounds hard. Drink it out of the pot? What do you think? I am a psychopath? What is this Captivator? You know, at some point there used to be like a cosmetic item in the game. It's called the Captivator. It's like a little potato or something. Maybe I should make that a UGC hat. You know, it's been long enough since I got slapped on the wrist for uploading a thought bubble, so maybe I'm starting to get my balls back. I'm gonna try and upload it again. This time I'll get permabanned. Take me out of my misery. Just end me. You're gonna get banned for uploading an accordion joke? Yeah. I'm gonna get banned. The ban message is just gonna be like, your humor sucks. Get out. Skibbity toilet suit. Look, I actually did, independently from this whole skibbity toilet thing, I actually did independently have the idea of making a Craptivator suit. And I was like, what would be a Craptivator? Like, shaped like a poop nugget? And I was like, no, it would make sense for it to be a toilet. And it's like, oh, well, you know, Captivator in a toilet. And I was like, wait, no, I've been skibbed. So I feel like I have to kind of find a way to make Craptivator, because I want to use the pun. Like, I'm really a fan of like most of the cosmetics being puns. Right now they're just really boring Latin soldier names. It's just dumb. Just dirt texture, brown Captivator, just poop Captivator. Just put the toilet on top of the head. Well, I mean, if I don't make it to where like it's just the head poking out of the toilet, then it might not be as skibbed. The Craptivator. Flush them. A toilet ring around the neck. Oh, I mean, Captivators. like they only have like one color palette. They're just straight black, so you kind of have to be creative with the shape, otherwise it's all kind of blend together. That might not be the case in the future though, although they will be primarily black. I don't think it's a good idea to have like a red Captivator or something like that. Most of the colors should come from the lights, with any other secondary color on the suit itself, like no non-light part, should probably be like a highlight color or something. Like for example here. Oh, I'm not suited up right now. Like for example, like on the certain suits, they have like the little shoulder pad thingies. It'd be kind of neat if those were like yellow or something, you know? That could work, because that would mean that it's primarily black, but then it's like the highlight color or something else. That would be acceptable, and I think that would fit within like the art style for the Captivators. It'd probably just be better than what we have now, but those old bad Roblox morphs that don't have an animation have that, and to be a Captivator sitting on a toilet. Yeah, Captivator like driving a toilet around, but no. But the tank of the toilet on their backs. What if the torso was the tank? The Craptivator. Put the head on the top of the tank. It could kind of work. But then you'd have like the pot hanging off. You know, the pot would be hanging off the front, which might be a little bit questionable. If you put it in the back, if you turned it around and put it in the back, then it just make it look like the Captivator had a big ass. You're dying to play. You're gonna have to wait 4 whole minutes, because we sit and we talk. Dang it, for the first 10 minutes. I'm a man of consistency. Damn it. Level 224. Wait, are you actually level 224? Hold on. I'm looking at the leaderboard right now. Oh yeah, you are. Dang. Yeah, I actually passed Natalia on the most runners captured. A little stray hair in my face now. I should just keep this here for the entire stream. I should annoy everyone with OCD. Storm, comb your hair. No. Make me comb my hair. Well, it's going to annoy me more than anyone else, so I'm just going to put that back. Hopefully it stays there, kind of work it into the rest of my hair. I just blow-dried my hair because I just took a shower. Yes, Stromcell, take shower. Real. Your eyes are going to make you comb it. Yeah, it would get in the way pretty bad. It's not Pog. Doors or pressure? No. No, thank you. I already beat pressure once. Good game, but I have no desire to play it again. Doors is... Okay, pressure is just doors but underwater. I'm just going to say it. You haven't beaten pressure, it sucks. Bro, pressure is... I beat pressure on my 3rd run. I beat it, and then I left, and I haven't touched it since. Well, I mean, I did go back one time, because I wanted to, look at how they built the lobby. I was doing some snooping. I was doing some sniffing around for just a little bit of inspiration. Didn't really get a whole lot, but I got some leads and inspiration. We'll say that. But, yeah, that was the only other time I went back to the game. Other than that, I just... I haven't touched it, and I have no desire to. Like, I already beat the game once. Like, I'm not just gonna go and do it all over again. There's no real point of that. The only impressive thing is that the character Sebastian says "good luck" out there after you close Roblox. I don't know how they did it. That's kind of creepy, actually. That's kind of creepy. I didn't know it did that. I do know that whenever like you close Roblox, sometimes sound keeps playing for a brief minute. So that might actually, they might have leveraged that, which would actually be pretty ingenious if they did. It plays after it closes. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like after, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it personally, but like I've said before, I've heard sound being played from Roblox after I close the window, because close the window does not equal close the application. It runs for just a little bit afterwards, so it is possible for it to maintain pumping sound out for just a little bit. You wouldn't notice anything else but sound. That only happens when you're lagging. I'm just saying, I've seen it happen conceptually before, so maybe they leverage whatever kind of goofy antics are going on there to figure it out. But say we only have 1 more minute left until... Oh, never mind. It's Captivator Gaming. It's officially started. Boom. Wow, I come back literally as a match starts. That means I don't get a perk card. Nice. We love that for me. Now I can look at the leaderboards and see how they've changed these days. Still nobody has dethroned Natalia. She's still absolutely dominating most pieces retrieved. Pigeon is pretty close behind her, though, having stalled quite a lot since we stopped doing daily Captivator gaming. About 2,000. No, not 2,000. Probably about like 1,600-ish. A little under 1,600 pieces behind Natalia, so he's still got some work to do there. Pooh is still number 3. On highest level, we have Pigeon, like that whole arc we had. He's still number 1. Natalia is not really moved too much. She's still at 215, and Pooh is at 189. And on most runners catcher, we have, again, Pigeon totally dominating the entire thing, and why is there a guy flying in my face? Moderator, you know what to do. Anyway, we have most runners captured. Pigeon at 19,000, absolutely crushing Lilac by nearly 4,000 captures, and then me with 13,000. Your headphones died, so sorry if you didn't respond from it. I didn't say anything to you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah, Mr. Now Fam, you know what to do. Eradicate this person. Sometimes audios don't even cut off when you close the window. Yeah, sometimes it goes on for a while afterward. Sometimes it goes on for a while afterward. But yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy my game now. It's been how do I play Captivator again? I act like I hadn't played it in like years. I mean, I literally played it last night. Thank you, Nafam. This is why it's good to have friends who will moderate for you. Man, exploits in front of a developer and a moderator. Yeah, honestly. Why'd you ban him? Why'd you think, brother? It's a pretty simple thing. Yeah, it's like it's like asking for the death sentence. It's like committing a war crime in 4K in front of every agency out there. The shift to run muscle memory is fading away. Uh-oh. He has not played enough Captivator. Clearly I have failed you all by not providing enough with enough Captivator gaming. And I've even failed myself with not enough Captivator gaming. I let myself go into exhaustion. He had a good gaming chair. I need a better gaming chair myself, honestly. I bought this one somewhat recently thinking it was going to be pretty good for a pretty good while, and then unfortunately it did not turn out that way. The fake leather along like the little armrest is already cracking, and I kind of have to like move my arms around just a little bit to try and not like scrape my elbows on the rips and the tears. Rip and tear until it is done. Storm, ever since you stopped streaming Captivator, got 2.5 million souls. Wow. I leave you guys to your own devices for just a little bit. I stopped streaming Captivator every day. What are you going to do? You play Souls RNG. And now you're depressed. Buy the most basic office chair. They're better than gaming chairs. Don't know quite about that one, but this is a pretty basic office chair. I mean, it's not... let me see if I can show chair. Yeah. No, other side. It's probably easier. As you can see, it's not really like a fancy gaming chair or anything. It's just kind of chair. Just like a white chair looks kind of nice, but it was like 120 bucks on Amazon. It's a pretty cheap chair, and clearly cheap quality as well. Ever since the Captivator end, I built a wall of brain rot in my feed. Now I need to remove it. I just saved my community. You know, I wouldn't have to stream it every day if it just had a constant player base. If only. If only we were that far to the future. Sorry, you're betting for the models at this point. Yeah, so about the whole, like, Friday Night Funkin' mod things you want to do with the Captivator models, I definitely think it's cool that you want to do that. I'm just not sure... Well, I'm still not sure why you need 3D models for a 2D game. And I am thinking at some point in the future, not open sourcing, but, like, allowing people to take copies of, like, the Captivator suits and, like, the runner weapons and stuff, so that people can make their own fan-made content, kind of like how you're looking to do right now. I was kind of planning on doing that later into the future, though, because right now I mean a lot of the stuff that we have will end up being remade or, you know, recreated somehow. So it feels a little silly to release what's going to be replaced. But, yo, is that a seal head I see? Is that a business seal? Very good. Wait, no, not business seal, just seal. Okay, you're only half as cool as I thought you were. Headphones aren't charged now. Very good. Literally half your reels are we can go GAT, 4GAT, or Subway Surfer clips. Damn, you really do need the daily Captivator gaming back, don't you? That bounce, very nice bounce shot. I don't know. I have like the brief increased interest in Captivator gaming just because of last night. It was fun, which is why I'm doing it now. Also with it being in between single player games. Next week I'll probably end up doing the rest of Block Tales if I had to take a guess. But that's not a guarantee, that's just a probably type thing. There's an easy fix for bad reels, and that's uninstalling Instagram. True. Just uninstall, bro. Just right-click, uninstall. Yeah, right-click on Instagram and uninstall it. Please just plug your mouse into your cell phone. Simple solution. SCP, I need to actually get the sub-goal thing started, because I want to put a few games like behind a sub-goal thingy. Namely horror games, because those are the most fun to watch. And I also want to make a bigger deal out of playing my first horror game, especially first horror game on stream. I've never played one before, and so I want to make something. I want to make something out of it instead of just doing it for like a normal stream. Also, with October being pretty close by, it kind of makes sense for it to be then as well. SCP fun game. Which one? There's like a billion SCP games out there. Like there's actually like a billion SCP games out there. You have 40 hours on Reels this week? Pigeon! Dude! You need help! I thought I scrolled a lot. I have like a couple hours on TikTok this week. You know, screw it. I'm gonna just I'm gonna farm keys. I want to be a key vendor, and I'm going to check just to see how many hours on TikTok I've spent this week. I have to remember how to get to this place. Okay, I'm opening TikTok right now. Immediately go to my profile so I don't get insta brain rotted. We're going to go to the hamburger at the top. Settings and privacy. And activity center. Okay, let's see what it is. Watch history. No, I don't want watch history. All screen time data. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to go last week, so we have a better, more accurate sample. So for July 28th through August 3rd, I spent a total amount... Okay, so my total amount of time spent on TikTok for last week, August 25th, sorry, or whatever, July 28th through August 3rd, so a full week, I spent 1 hour and 57 minutes on TikTok. Daily average screen time is 11 hours and 20 minutes. Man, you really... This really is a cry for help, isn't it? Here. You're coming with me. I'm taking you to the reconditioning chamber. You need it more than anyone ever has before. There you go. You stay in there. You're going to stay there until we can get you into the chamber. So to link to the SCP game, the variety game channel, very good. Very good. Main chat, checking main chat. Hold on. Yeah, that's true. Damn. Damn, dude. You spent 11 hours and 20 minutes on Instagram Reels. That's your daily average. Holy shit, dude. That is not okay. Yeah, I was joking before about how you needed more Captivator gaming. You need more than Captivator gaming. That's why I gotta say we gotta put this man in the reconditioning chamber. He is too far gone. Bro needs Captivator 2 at this point. Captivator 1 is not gonna cut it. His condition is far too critical. He needs Captivator 2. Bro says, Pigeon, do you have anything else to do? Man, I gotta hurry up with this Captivator update for Pigeon's sake. Bro's going at a full brain rot mode. I don't think he's gonna survive by the time I'm finished. or V4. And I think that at this point, not even V4 would handle this condition. Not even V4 would handle this condition. He's too far gone. He needs a full-on Captivator 2. Otherwise, I don't think he's going to make it. Where's the last runner? And what decrepit hole is he hiding in? Is it the Zook room? No. My bad for begging for the models. You don't want to seem like that guy. No, you're good. I just have to figure out what I'm going to do about it. Bet your TikTok hours aren't too far behind. Nah, fam. Please check your TikTok hours and expose it to the chat. This is like an Alcohol Anonymous meeting. We're all coming clean with how much alcohol we drank this week. In 3 weeks, he played Dragon Ball something, DBI, for 29 hours and 22 minutes. Bro. Obtain employment. Get job. Man, even like scrubbing sidewalks would be a better use of your time than what you're doing right now. You really need to listen. www.mchire.com. I like to use that as a joke because that's like the international, or at least national, McDonald's applying for job website, but like you might actually want to. You don't have a diploma yet, bro. It's McDonald's. Half the people don't even know how to speak right. I work with them on the daily, bro. It's McDonald's. You don't gotta have a high school diploma. You just have to have like basic linguistic skills, if that. Storm trying to get a trainee. Yeah, please fix printers for me, man. I'm sick of this shit. I don't want to do it anymore. You have a good reason this week for being so high, says Nah fam. I had to do a work trip and it was boring every day and had nothing to do but looking at my phone. Man, instead of looking at your phone on TikTok, maybe you should touch grass. Do you consider going outside of your workplace and touching the funny green plant on the ground? You also played your Switch, acceptable. I thought you got hired because of your business degree. No, I actually just wanted to get a job really quick when I first moved to the area, so I actually applied as a crew member, and I worked there for a while, and then I ended up getting moved to being their computer guy because of my aptitude for it. Instead of using your phone, you can also sleep for 11 hours. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You could catch up on your years of lost sleep. No, we actually need to take Pigeon to like a rehabilitation place now. I'm gonna watch memes. See, back in my day, the meme TV was all we needed. We didn't need to scroll for 11 hours. You sent it in main chat? Oh, crap. Okay, now fam just sent his screen time for TikTok and main chat. I have not seen it yet, but I'm about to read it out to you guys. Ugh! His daily out. His day. I'm getting the brain rot just from looking at this. His daily average on TikTok is 7 hours and 44 minutes. Holy shit, dude. Damn. Damn. That's screen time. Oh, you used TikTok for 26 hours? That's just your phone? Okay, well, I asked for the TikTok one. I thought you sent TikTok. No, even then, go, you know, let me see what my daily average for my phone is. Here, I'll do a self-report. Let's see how much mine is going to be. I don't know where to check this. I'm going to just search my settings. What would be screen time? Let's see. Oh, I want screen timeout. Still trying to find it. I use Android for the record, so. Okay, where? For my fellow Android enjoyers, where would I find screen time? Digital well-being and parental controls, maybe here. Oh. I think I might have found it. The music changed, I got confused. Dashboard today. Unlocked phone 34 times. View all. Okay, it's not really giving me a good breakdown, not gonna lie. So today it looks like I had screen time of what, 2 hours and 42 minutes? Oh, that's not entirely accurate because I like to put on videos and just like listen to them as I do other stuff. So your daily average is 4 hours? Damn. Search screen time goal, digital well-being. Yeah, I found it. It's not the greatest of metrics. It's not very clear to read them. On the love of everything holy, it says my highest week screen time, main chat. Oh no. Bruv. Wait, peak usage times. Total screen time. 79 hours. What is that, per week? Damn, dude. You need to let your phone die and not plug it back in. You need to let your phone die and throw away your charger. This is a chronic issue at this point. Bro is the definition of being terminally online. You have a supercharger to it. Bro hooked up the Tesla supercharger to his phone just to make sure you can keep scrolling. Yeah, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if there was like multiple devices that he's using at this point to consume content. There's a seal on my screen. I blame all my friends for living very far away. But even then, like, oh, he's the one true iPad kid. He really is. Damn. Maybe I should add a screen time tracker to Captivator. And I'm already adding like an hours counter. I guess it's kind of the same thing. It just doesn't really break it down by like time frame, you know? It's just total, kind of like how Steam does it. A friend wants to leave later, so Daz, I might have to go soon. I need air. Yeah, you do need air. Please hop off the screens, brother. Go watch a movie. I guess it's still a screen. Go to the park. Go play pickleball or something. You gonna check your YouTube? Vanilla, not short screen time, since you're curious. I mean long form videos. Don't get blinded by the sun, he says. Damn, that is just beyond ridiculous, man. That is concerning. That is concerningly high. Just think you could be spending all that time playing Captivator by yourself. Doesn't that sound like a good alternative? Aw, wow, you got lucky. Minecraft Master 54 over here drinking his little Bloxy Cola. Oh, I still got it. I can still do the jump. I can still do the jump. Storm, wait. Why? Why should I wait? Huh? What? Got backstabbed by my own moderator. Photos of your suit? Okay, yeah, actually. That's acceptable. Alright, take your screenshots. That screen time, that was ridiculous. I wonder what my YouTube screen time is. I found a place to look at this one time. Let me see. Settings. Does anyone know where it would be on YouTube? I found it one time. I just don't remember where it was. Oh, time watch. There it is at the bottom. Okay, my YouTube is a little worse, it looks like. My YouTube is a little bit worse, but keep in mind before I tell you guys this. I use YouTube for music. Right. So, oh yeah, and like Pigeon, I also fall asleep to YouTube videos. So, My daily average for YouTube is 3 hours and 26 minutes. With one of those, so for today, looks like it was 1 hour and 14 minutes. But like I said, I use YouTube for music. I listen to videos in the background. The thing about it is, long-form content is not nearly as bad as short-form content. Like short-form content, you're just constantly just boom, 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 switching your attention from one short to another, to another, to another. Sometimes when I'm in the total brain rot gambit and I'm just sitting there scrolling on the toilet, like I'll find it difficult to pay attention to even one video for more than 5 seconds. That's when I know like I'm down bad and I gotta wipe my ass and get off the toilet pretty soon because it's getting bad. You got what you needed? Very good. Jail. Well, I can't put you in jail in time, so you're just gonna have to go through sudden death, I guess. If Discord had screen time records, those would probably be incredibly concerning. I mean, mine would probably just be 24/7 because I leave my computer on 24/7. So, I saw this dude that said to improve your attention span, watch even reels. You think you are bored? What? I failed immediately. Storm cell brain rot. Yeah, we need to make shorts out of every single clip that we get here. We're gonna have the storm cell TikTok, and it's gonna be nothing but reels of the streams. For example, if you scroll and a reel you think is boring on your feed, watch the full thing anyway. Oh, okay, I understand. Sometimes it's really fun, but sometimes I'll be watching a short form content video and it'll seem like a normal video at first. And it just reminded me of this, speaking of having the mental discipline to watch the whole thing. It'll seem like a normal video at first, and then all of a sudden it'll cut off. It's like a funny little picture or something, but in that picture there's text, and it says, "Move if gay." And so, I do my best to freeze every joint that I have in my body, and just sit there and stare at my phone until it loops back around, so that I'm free. It's like a little challenge to see how long I can last. One time it was really bad because, not to get too graphic or anything, but I was definitely on the toilet, and I was mid-shit. Anyway, moving on. To improve your attention span, you should actually watch a full video essay. I watch those for entertainment. Like, I actually was watching a couple videos today. Actually, today, y'all will be proud of me. I watched through an entire TED Talk. Granted, it was like 12 minutes, but still. It was educational, and it made me feel like I actually got meaningful, like something meaningful out of my time. Like, whenever I watch educational content like that, it makes me feel as though I've gotten something for my time. But whenever I just sit and brain rot while watching this whatever crap comes up in my YouTube shorts or my TikTok, either one, they're both as bad. Whenever I just sit and watch all those, I have like this deep feeling of I wasted my time. Sometimes video essays about Club Penguin tend to be life-changing somehow. I've been watching a lot of video essays on pedophiles too. Like pedos that get exposed. You know, actually, I'm not gonna say any names. I just want to mention the interestingness of the situation. But, and my moderators know who this is. Somebody who had recently gotten ousted actually ended up buying a private server in Ball Blast here recently. Now, I'm not going to say who that person is, like I said, because I don't want to get involved in any of that crap. But I actually just happened to check my my transactions, my sales, and sure enough, that name seemed familiar, and I went to Twitter to go check where I thought I had seen it just to confirm, and yes, there were accusations being made with a lot of screenshots. Dr. Disrespect. It wasn't Dr. Disrespect. Dr. Disrespect's not going to buy a private server in Ball Blast, dude. I'm not going to say their name. I can see people trying to guess who it is in chat. I'm not going to say who it is. No, it's not Chris from Mr. Beast either. Okay, if it's an absolutely absurd guess, then it'll be, yeah, it's not that person. But, like, I recognize the name. And I may or may not have also, even though it doesn't really mean much, I gave him that fat ban hammer from Ball Blast. I went into a game that nobody plays anymore, and I banned their ass. Like I said, the moderators know who it is, but it can stay between me and the moderators, just because, well, I mean, moderators are, you know, partially responsible for helping me to maintain a civil and safe community, even if I don't believe there's any kind of immediate threat. It's more so banning this person based on principle rather than based on immediate threat. I did not take this, so I took it for you, don't worry. Dr. Disrespect then reveals he's becoming a full-time Ball Blast streamer. Check out that YouTube channel since I don't think so. According to your laptop battery settings, I have a daily average of 12 hours and 45 minutes over the past week, but that doesn't count when my laptop isn't fully shut off. Got you. Now, I can still see people trying to guess. Not a fan of the pedophile attacker. Well, like, the reason why I don't want to say who it is just because I haven't seen any, like, I don't know very much about the situation, but what I have seen is credible enough for me to want to keep this person out of my game. Again, based on principle alone. Like the blue in background, thank you. It's relatively new. Right, I got it. I put it up whenever I got my own apartment. Was it Cellstorm? No. It was not Cellstorm. I'm surprised. Does that account exist? Has anyone made like a Cellstorm account? Was it Nasty Discord DMs? It was Nasty Snapchat DMs. I read a couple of them. And it always makes me wonder how these people spawn. Like, how do you go from a fully functioning baby human being to whatever the hell that was? Wait, Cellstorm is a DBZ fan? I checked the account. Actually, that kind of makes sense. Cellstorm. That kind of makes sense, actually. Hello, Lilac. Good to see you. I hope you enjoyed tonight's Captivator gaming. But yeah, I like to keep updated on what's happening in the pedosphere. Just which ones are getting ousted, which ones aren't. I feel like it's beneficial to know who these people are, especially what the signs are. And I feel like it's beneficial for even people who aren't community leaders like I am to know as well, just so that you can kind of recognize common traits amongst these people and prevent yourself from becoming a victim yourself. So that's why yeah. Like I said, might not be too much. Probably never play my game again. But if they try to play my game again, they will see a ban message. Rossi is actually your op. What did Rossi do to you? Sub 30. Oh, Lilac was speed running it. Oh, we got business, Lilac. Very good, very good. Yeah, speaking of business, we actually Creeper Pug seems to have found what we think might just be the original original business suit. Creeper, if you wouldn't mind posting it in main chat again, or you can just look at the pinned messages. I pinned his message talking about it, but this might actually be the original business suit. Yeah, now that I look at it, it's like the lines feel a whole lot more clearer, so I think it might be. It's not like a stolen image or anything. What are we talking about? We're talking about business and pedophiles. Any questions? But no, the conversation got started because I actually I was perusing Twitter and I saw somebody who had gotten ousted with a lot of compelling evidence against them, and I happened to be checking my sales for my Roblox account, and I noticed this person bought a private server to Ball Blast. And so after checking again to make sure that wasn't crazy and to make sure that was actually the person who I was thinking that it was, I went back to Ball Blast and banned them. Like I said before, I know it's not really going to mean much. I sincerely doubt this person will even ever play my game again. They're probably just wasting Robux. But on principle alone, and out of my desire to protect those in my community, I just decided it would be appropriate to do so. Was it a well-known player that anyone would know? I don't think so. I didn't know his name whenever I happened to come across it. If that lets you know anything. But the reason why I don't want to say exactly who it is just because I don't want to make that accusation without having seen enough evidence to make it like hook, line, and sinker kind of thing, you know. I only want to publicly shit on people for that kind of stuff who has been very, very solidly proven, like in court type of thing. But I'll still ban their ass. Because then again, like, you know, publicly accusing someone of touching kids is a whole lot more severe than banning someone from my game. So, like, I mean, I could ban Lilac right now if I wanted to, because that's totally in my power to do so. I don't need a reason to do that. I can do that. I can do that for fun, right? But, you know, publicly saying someone as a pedophile is a bit of a different thing. You scammed a problematic figure. Nice. Hey, man. Look, if you're a piece of shit, I'll ban you from my game. Like, buying a private server or buying anything in my games doesn't exempt you from getting banned. Still based for banning them? Thanks. She's so tiny she can slip to the ban. Honestly, you're right. Yeah, 2017 Roblox cursor. Nice. Yeah, I have like a little folder full of old Roblox assets. Sometimes I like to replace the default Roblox assets in the files with the client. Stuff like the mouse cursor. I like to replace it so I have the old one. I'm not sure if I've ever done that and shown it on stream though. It's not too hard to do. You can just look up a YouTube video on it. There's actually a lot of exposed like PNGs and stuff that you can just replace in there, and it like swaps out like just different core images of the Roblox client. Like for example, if you want to take the Premium logo and then make it like not look like shit, and so replace it with like the Little Builders Club logo, you can do that too. So instead of it won't be this way for anyone else, but on your client and on your computer, like if you look up in the player list up here, and if someone has Premium, then it will replace it with the good old Builders Club logo, so that you can be based, and all your friends, when they see your screenshots, will be like, yeah, wow, this guy is pretty cool. I want to be this guy's friend longer, and not think he's cringe or something. I don't know. I wonder who my first ban would be. Hope it's fam. Oh yeah. Yeah, I told Lilac that she gave me a moderator, but she has to wait till she's 18. And it's probably because like the prior conversation that I had about the unspecified individual, because I don't want anyone who's younger to have to be exposed to some of the potentially crappy things that moderators might have the inclination to scrub from my community, you know? I just think it's a good general rule all around. If moderator, you must be 18 or older. It's just another rule I have to protect my community, you know? So, Lilac, I'm sure you make a great moderator, but you must wait. Yeah, then you can have your first ban. Double check the Armatroner one is one from 2008. Speaking about the business suit. You forget exactly how you found it. I think it was like a mix of image searching and checking people's profiles. Man, that's pretty cool, man. Like I said, that's really, really cool. Creeper_Pug, shout out to you for finding what is probably the original business suit. And what I do want to do though, since it's so prominent in our community, I want to I'm thinking about having an artist that I know kind of redraw it, just like maybe a bit of a higher quality. Like for example, it's kind of hard to see where some things begin and end, like the lapel here. And I'm sure my friend could do like an upgrade version of this. So it kind of looks like the same thing, just in HD, kind of almost. Kind of like how CS:GO to CS2 got like a big old facelift. I would be kind of like what I'd be going for, like an updated business suit, and then I could sell it, and then it would be actual business. So there's that as well. You would know how sheriffs make kids honorary deputies. We should make Lilac an honorary mod, but never make her an actual mod. That would be funny. But as much as we like to crap on Lilac, I mean, I'm sure she'd make a great moderator, and she definitely deserves to have the full range of abilities of a moderator when she is qualified in age. But anyway, back to Donkey Kong Light. Small. Yeah, also, I would mind like the prospect of like updating these maps too. Again, kind of like the Counter-Strike 2 treatment. I like to use that as like a... I like to use that as like a way to kind of describe my vision for Captivator. Because like I would like to keep like the same routing, like the same like blocked out shape, just make it not look like shit. Because a lot of these maps were made a very long time ago, and I've gotten a lot better at building. You know, like look at like the Japanese Mountains map from Ball Blast. Like I want all my maps from Captivator to have that same level of quality. I think that'd be really cool. Maybe sometime in the future, potentially. I was slandered by Bugbear for like 15 minutes earlier today for being short. Damn. She's not even safe from Bugbear. Let's just hope she can reach the contract. I will put it up 2 feet high, and she won't be able to reach it. The moderator contract. An idea I had for Castle actually was making the courtyard a place you can actually go to and having it connect to where the jail is. There's more ways to get in and out of jail. Yeah, so I mean, if I was to remake the maps, like give them like a facelift, I'd probably also remake their pathing a little bit, because a lot of the maps are very unbalanced. They're made before I somebody just screenshot what Lilac just said. It was made before I even knew that a thing called map design was a concept. See, in the past, I didn't really think about that. I kind of just was like, oh, I'm just going to make a theme, and then make an area around the theme, kind of just put the portal somewhere, put the jail somewhere else, and then just kind of scatter about portal pieces throughout, right? Well, I've watched a lot of videos since then, and I've gotten less dumb, so now I actually have like a understanding that, no, you should not just have one route to the prison. I'm surprised Castle is liked as much as it is based on that. Because like Castle map, it's there's one route and one route only. It's very runner-sided. I'm using like Counter-Strike terms now, like CT-sided and T-sided. It's very runner-sided. It's a very runner-sided map because you can just hop down from a place of great safety that you really don't have to try very hard to get through to, and then go just drop a key in. There's also only one way to get out of the prison area so that you can camp that for Captivators. So it makes a lot of sense for there to be more than one way to get in there. Now, if you're talking in terms of making it authentic to be like a castle dungeon, well, you kind of have to be a bit creative, because if you're looking at an actual castle dungeon, there probably wouldn't be more than one way out. Dungeons are meant to be secure. They're meant to be prisons. They're meant to keep people in and make it where people can't break people out. Well, that's great for, you know, a 1400s castle, whenever it is that they had castles, but it's not great for a map, so you had to kind of get a little bit creative with it, like I said. Do stuff like maybe like a rotten hole in the wall, or maybe like some kind of like breached hole in the wall where people broke the stones down, or maybe like a secret path or something. Something that would kind of make sense for that being an alternate way in based on the theme. See, like I said, you had to get a little bit creative with it. So you could either go up the stairs or go outside of the courtyard. Yeah, it kind of makes sense to be like a route to get to the dungeon from the courtyard. I think that makes the most sense, personally. You know, that little tunnel that goes from the courtyard to like the throne room actually didn't used to be there. In the original version of the castle map, as it first released, that tunnel that went from the courtyard was not there at all. So the only way you could get in was either like that weird back route with like the waterfall and stuff, or through the main door. It was not optimal. The tunnel helped a lot, but even then, it still needs some desperate changes. Also, the fact that this map has the Captivator spawn right down here. It's really cool in the sense that it kind of makes sense, but this is possible. Now, you don't want that. That sucks. That's bad. Thankfully, with it being a pirate ship, there's places where you can kind of remedy that. So the Captivator spawn should always be up high on the off chance that one of the Captivators is AFK, right? Well, pirate ships have the crow's nest, so... In the version 4, when this map gets redone a little bit, then we won't have that problem anymore. The Captivator spawn will be up there in the crow's nest, and with that, I'll probably be having to change some of the hitboxes that kind of relate to that, just because, well, not really sure how I'm going to handle like the mass and stuff, because I don't really want Captivators to be able to just camp up there. You know, I'm sure I'll figure it out. I don't want captivators to be able to stay up there, because that just means that they'll be able to kind of just camp up there until they catch someone, then drop down, which will make the top deck be very undesirable to be at when the game first starts as a runner. So maybe I'll make it to where you can only drop out of the bottom, which will limit a lot of the angles that you can throw at. It's not really a problem in Stadium, just because the map is so horizontally big. Camping up there and just not dropping down for the entire duration of the match until you catch someone is not really a problem, but for this map I think it really would be. But if after 30 seconds the doors close and TP you out, then that means that AFK players would be TP'd out as well. So we can't do that. We want people who are AFK to stay in there, and for it not be too good of a vantage point. So I think I would just make it to where it's like a cage or something up there, and then like the door, like the bottom falls out, and then you can go out the bottom, but like the bottom is like a very small hole, so you don't really have a wide angle by which to throw capsules down. You can, because there has to be some kind of way to drop out, but it wouldn't really be very much of opening. Anyway, as you can see, I'm very passionate about map design, and I like to talk about map design, and so I will talk about map design. Lilac is so small, Kevin Hart's gravitational pull her in. Damn. Luckily, you had a rare W at the Prison map. Yeah, Prison was one of the first maps that was made for the game. And Prison is surprisingly balanced. Prison got redone a couple of times with the that little route going from actually the vents that you get into near the portal. Those were new. Those got added in the combat update, I think it was. You can check you can check the patch notes if you really wanted to, but those got added in the combat, like around the combat update era. It's like the beginning of 2024. That's when that got added. I want to play CS tonight or no? Probably. I don't think Skilly will be here because he's doing stuff with his wife. It's a special day for her, so they're doing stuff, couple stuff. So I don't know if he'll be on tonight, but we might play some CS. We'll see. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. I haven't thought that far in the future yet. Also, another thing that will be happening in the V4 is the pirate ship's going to get an ocean floor, so that stuff like that does not happen whenever you fall out of the world. Because I have 2 portal pieces right now, or at least I did, and I don't know where they are because my character got deleted and reloaded. Because I lagged, did not hit the trigger in time, and I died for it. This will not be a problem if I added an ocean floor. It'll also make it more authentic to fall down, because you won't just see the sky. Be kind of neat. I'm not sure if I added that yet or not, actually. I'll have to check. And I don't want to right now. You took your meds, so your headache should be gone by then? Good, so you can get another headache playing Counter-Strike. Should make it so the captivators spawn in the chest next to the volcano and have to jump in the volcano and be launched to the pirate ship so AFK players stay in the chest. That is a really cool idea. I like the train of thought that you're in. So he's saying that you have to like spawn in the chest out here, and then they jump in the volcano and they get launched onto the ship. That's pretty cool. There are a couple things to think about though, because when you get launched, it's kind of like a matter of like the captivator will be tripped potentially when they land, which would make them vulnerable, which would be a big disadvantage for captivators. However, it would be thematically consistent, because the whole thing with captivator maps is that they are different locations throughout the world that the runners, or just being normal people, are fleeing to. So it's almost like the captivators have caught up to them and are boarding the ship. I like the train of thought that you're going on. I really do. I just think there needs to be a bit of a better method of getting on the ship. One thing that comes to mind is like maybe like a dinghy or something. Kind of like, real life pirates, they come up to ships and board them that way. Then again, we're reintroducing the problem of campable spawns that don't protect AFK players. So, and of course, Captivator is kind of a cartoony game. So it makes sense for there to be something like a volcano to shoot out of, or maybe like a cannon on the map that you shoot out of. But if you do something like that, it also has to be clear that that's what you do, because I don't want new players to spawn in as a Captivator to a map they've never played before and don't understand they have to jump in the cannon or jump in the volcano or whatever else it is to get to the map, right? Again, map design. I love map design. Yeah, map design. Very good, very good. Map design is pretty nifty. Honestly, I'm just super passionate about all aspects of game development. I love all of it. How would you balance farm? Funny you should mention that, because I was just thinking about that. Excellent map design course. I'll pass on your teachings to Sixel. Oh yeah, because you two are wanting to make like a little fan-made map, yeah? Yeah, I can stick it in the game temporarily, like we discussed before. But yeah, balancing farm. You've barely worked on it. Honestly, I expected that. Most people say they're going to start something, work on it for 5 minutes and quit. But balancing farm. So a thing is that farm is a very horizontally focused map. It makes sense that you would want to have large fields and large open areas, because that's how farms are. The problem is, large open areas are not really good for the game. You kind of have to find ways to sort of close up those large areas. The river that goes to the center is a way to kind of solve that problem, although it doesn't really solve many problems just based on its positioning. It only goes one direction, and it takes you to a place that's not really desirable for anyone to be at, to be honest. It would be more natural if the river kind of followed the natural course of the map itself. However, if you change where the river is, then all of a sudden the natural course of the map itself would change as well. So I was thinking of doing something like a cannon that would launch you from one side of the map to the other, but that doesn't really make sense thematically for the map, right? Farm is hard. Farm is hard to kind of think about. One idea that you could have is maybe making multiple rivers that kind of maybe go around the edge of the map. But then again, the routes by which that would be creating are very, very predictable, which would be very Captivator favored, right? Add a horse that kicks you across the map. See, that's the kind of thing I'm thinking about. Like, that's like the really good train of logic to think about, or to be on. Is like things that will take you from one area to another that are based on things that you would naturally see in a location based on that theme. Stuff like the teleporters from Space Colony. Like Space Colony is a sci-fi map. It makes sense there'd be teleporters. It doesn't take you out of the like the setting. It's like but like on the other hand, if you added teleporters to farm map, or maybe teleporters to Dust 2 from Counter-Strike, it wouldn't make any sense. It would take you out of the setting. It would make it less. It would compromise the theme. Add it to the map pool, like CS. Yeah. Farm is the least balanced map because it's sided towards the Captivators, but only when you use a bug, and camping without that bug is heavily sided towards the runner. Yeah, the thing about Farm too is that people break out. And so if you catch someone on the red bar on the side of the map, like the total opposite corner of it to the drop-off, it just sucks. It really just sucks. You can try and take them back, but you're going to wall it for like 45 seconds. But then, anyone could break out. Even like some of the slowest players could break out by then. So farm really just sucks all around. Instead of a cannon, it's a catapult. A catapult would make more sense. But then again, it's like what farmer has a catapult, right? Add a UFO that takes cows and have to get the cow to travel across the map. That is pretty good, actually. So what you could have is like a UFO that kind of just kind of floats around the map in like a pre-made route. Then if you want to try and catch the UFO for a ride to one of the other parts of the map, that would kind of make sense. And then, having one pick up cows along the way or something for extra fun. That makes sense. So that's a very good way to solve the problem. It's just not sure if it's flexible enough or consistent enough to solve the giant horizontal issue of farm map. That could be good as like one of the things that solves it. But if you're talking about pathing, the pathing needs to be consistent. It's kind of like if you had inconsistent ways to get to the A site or B site on Dust 2. For those of you who know CS maps or just know what is literally the most famous map in all of gaming. Something that might be fun is multiple drop-offs. It's like what you get if you had 2 drop-offs that were tractors or some kind of transportation that could explain all the pieces could still form the portal despite being separated. And then Captivators that can just have multiple makeshift jails. It makes sense. Underground tunnels that warp you. I like the idea of underground tunnels. Not sure about the warping though. Maybe like rushing water through like these underground tunnels that kind of like bring you. It's kind of like an intake, outtake type thing. Actually, you know, farms do have irrigation systems. Farms do have irrigation systems, so if we just made a comically large one, made a comically large irrigation system, you could technically drop in one side and then get spit out the other. Although I don't really want to, like, for base game maps, I don't want to have multiple drop-offs because I don't want to complicate it. At least not yet. Maybe after the game is very well established, then we could consider something like that. But I feel like that's kind of adding to the game's core formula. Why did I just click on farm? I just went on a whole rant about how bad farm is, and I just clicked on it. Spooky maps, when? Probably next year for Halloween. You get into the tunnels and spit out in the river. I think about irrigation systems too is that like they always go one way. Although technically, I guess you could have two irrigation systems that like go one way and one goes the other. But even then, that's still kind of predictable. It's not a whole lot of room for creative movement across the map. Add the Slender Man to the forest part of the map on a farm. If you collect this page, this gives you a portal piece. And yeah, it would be kind of fun to have like certain portal piece locations you have to kind of unlock. Like maybe like a, let's just say a lab map. And you can see there's a portal piece in a tube. And so you have to go onto the computer and open the tube that contains that portal pieces, right? Like maybe like it's a randomized location, or it's like tube AC, you know? Yeah, it's like a code to the computer or something. That would be pretty cool. It would be a really cool way to kind of like change up the process of finding portal pieces. But I just think it might confuse new players a little bit. But it depends on how you implement it. If you implement it like really obviously, and if interacting with map objects becomes the norm that new players learn how to do on their own, then it would make sense. Repurpose the current escape minigame into a shortened portal piece quest. I mean, it would kind of make sense to like unlock a computer or something, but the only reason this idea only really works with multiple piece drop-offs with the river was the Captivator jail, where there'd be a dam with a dry side on the other side of a dam used for jail, and when runners are free, it lowers the dam, raises the runners. I mean, I think kind of what you're getting at is the concept of a jail that it's kind of like desert map actually, like where you put people in one spot where they get freed is on a different part of the map. That's why freeing people from the jail in desert is even riskier than normal, because you're kind of a martyr on that one. Because if you can make it to the drop off, you can free the prison, but the thing is that you don't get reinforcements immediately because they get dropped off somewhere else. That's why I kind of want to add like a little hole in the ground that opens up along with the ground of the prison when you release runners on there. Because then the person who saved the runners could drop into that hole to kind of reunite with like the mass horde of runners. It's kind of like an escape route after they manage to get there. Or I can just make it, high risk, low reward. Different maps, different strats. How about a train that travels the perimeter of the farm map that you can either get a ride on or get behind? I like the way that sounds. Trains kind of make sense. Especially if I made it to where it was like different, if it made it kind of look like different farms. Like different, companies own two different farms there. Maybe something like that. I feel like farm would need a lot of changes, no matter what happens, though. And now, alright, Pigeon, see you later. Have fun touching grass. Multi-farms would be cute. I mean, there's already kind of multi-farms, it's just that there's only really one field. There's two barns, and there's two halves of the map. I mean, it wouldn't really be too big of a stretch of logic to make it two different farms, right? Like two different establishments or whatever. I'm trying to think of ways that I'm trying to think of ways that you could normally get around on like an actual farm. And that's mainly a Ford F-150. So, I mean, I guess you could add trucks. Little pickup truck that seats you can, yeah. Trucks, tractors. I don't really want to make anything drivable, though. It would be a very, very unique feature of the map, though. It'd be one of the few maps, if not the only map, that would have cars. Crop duster, yeah, an airplane. Farm is a hard one to solve. It's a very hard one to solve. A truck driven by an NPC named Billy. You know the killdozer? That guy's bulldozer he put like concrete plating on, and they went on a rampage throughout his town. It'd be kind of funny if there was a truck that drove around the farm map that's kind of like that. It's like theoretically like the guy inside was protected from captivators, but like a bunch of sheet metal taped to the outside of it. Like the bed of his truck is something the runners could hop in for rides. A Mad Max style F-150. It would be really, really funny if he had like spikes, like giant cartoonishly big spikes, like a plow on the front of his truck. And as you speed around the map, if he runs over a captivator, he just completely one-shots him. Same for runners too. Like if you get run over by the crazy guy with the truck, he just one-shots you. I think it'd be pretty funny. A tractor could like a combine tractor, you get caught in the combine, turned into wheat. I don't know. Farm is a hard one. Farm is hard. I'm trying to think of something that feels natural to farm. You don't even ragdoll, you just get a kill cam and respawn. Yeah. I'm trying to capture the sappy seal, but he won't get in my cube. Sir. Thank you. I think something with like irrigation tubes or more rivers kind of makes sense. Another thing we can do is add some elevation changes. Because with there being that much horizontal space, it doesn't make... It's not too crazy to think there could be some elevation changes. Maybe like one field and a little forest. Like an apple tree forest or something. Because not all farms are just big open fields. Like some of them change dramatically from one to the other. And some farms, like there's greenhouses, right? So we could add like a greenhouse area, and then there'd be like a large portion of the map that's like an indoor spot. You know? Farm fields are sometimes on hills. Yeah, they can be. The default Windows XP wallpaper used to be farmland, actually? Really? It used to be farmland before they took it over to make a Windows desktop out of it. Capitalism, man. You're just stalling the game for everyone else, bro. Step on the capsule, please. Yeah, I think elevation changes would be a really good way to break up the monotony of farm. You know, also another thing is farm doesn't really need to be as big as it is. It needs to be big, but it doesn't need to be that big. So we could reduce the severity of the problem a little bit by shrinking it down a little bit. Like, I don't think anyone would really notice too much if it kind of, you know, lost a couple hundred studs on each side, you know? Host advantage. Yeah, I'm actually playing on Roblox servers right now. It's a difficult question. What about jungle? What can we do for jungle? Fixing farmer, just selecting and happy using the scale too. What? Add swinging vines. Jungle's another interesting one. Jungle's one I literally have no ideas for. Cave is pretty good. I think that Cave has enough interesting features to it to make it stand out. It's got like this little mining hut here, like a little broken pit at the back. Just another cave, which makes sense. There's like some truss along the ceiling which somehow fits. The tar pit is where the runners get held. There's like a little waterfall area. I think they could use a bit of a facelift. But I think the pathing of this map is just fine, except the fact that the runners can drop down on the Captivator drop-off so easily, and for the fact that Captivators only have one way to get to the main area here. The thing is, though, is like, if you added more ways, it would kind of... But so the runner drop-off and the Captivator drop-off are so close to each other that you kind of have to make it difficult to get there. I mean, maybe I can like push this wall back farther so the drop-off itself isn't so close to where they can drop down here, which would make it harder for people to just drop down with a key who already have one, and then maybe add like change the spot where you drop down to not be directly over this little tunnel here, so that way it's easier to approach the drop-off as a Captivator and put people in without having to go through the maze in the back. And then finally, I think you could fix this part by, because Captivators can often get camped here. Because you can just sit around the corner and just run around and you have plenty of, time to hit them. It'd probably be better if I made some kind of way where you can see around the corner. You like a jungle map? Really? Rare jungle map enjoyer. See, it's about to happen right now. Oh, this guy's a brain. Oh, it's not him. He's used to being camped around that corner. So, I'm not really sure what that could look like, because it has to kind of stay in theme with the map. So, it can't be a window. You don't have a window in rocks, More Captivator gaming? Yes, Matthew. Captivator gaming. Go play Captivator. Jungle's forgettable. Add a monkey that will throw you across the map. Add a mini cave in jungle. I think that this map would also do really well with some better lighting. Because if you look at this map, a lot of it's very flat, and so it makes it look very dull. If we added some strategic lighting to it, I think it would be a lot better. Potentially doing something like adding crystals to like the maze. Then all of a sudden it goes from just random sprawling hallways to, oh, these are the crystal mines. Sunlight beaming down from the top. Yeah, that would be really good. Like one area is kind of lit up by sunlight, which would also make the also kind of break the monotony. It would make each area feel unique and special to it. Because that's one thing I like about map design, and this is one thing I really want to go with, is I want it so that no matter what angle you look at the map from, and no matter where in the map you look from that angle, you'll always be able to tell where you are, because each location is unique enough to where it can be recognized at a glimpse. Farm is actually good at that, because Farm has the silo, and the silo is a very, very good like set piece, or like very good landmark. So when you find the silo, you're always going to know where you are. Like, what? Farm map has plenty of flaws, but one of its flaws is not getting lost. Red crystals, gotta feel the game theory is the world. I like Captivator. That's quite the username. Add a secret tunnel in the cave as a portal will take you to another world. The sunlight would also help cave feel more like a cave. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. It'd also kind of be hard to place, though, because canonically jungle and cave are connected. So they used to be connected. So you kind of have to figure that out as well. You could put sunlight up in that one area that, like the upper part of the cave. Internet's bad today, responsible be delay. It's fine, Bear. It's good to see you again. Happy to hear from you. We're talking about map design. The sunlight area, though, could be like the upper area of the cave. That would make the most sense. So you have like crystal caves. Because like you also kind of like whenever you're trying to figure out if an area is a good area, try and think about what people would describe it as. Like, if you can't quickly think of a way to describe that specific area of the map, then that area is not unique enough. We're loading into classic map now, so let's kind of run this test on the classic map. Let's say you are a Captivator, and you're trying to tell your fellow Captivators if you're in a Discord call. Try to think of map callouts like as a shooter. Yes, exactly. Let's say I'm in a Discord call with Skilly, and he's my partner in captivating, right? I see the last runner over here where my mouse is pointing. Right. I want to tell him he's in this house, the house closest to me right now. But he's not anywhere near me. How do I tell him he's here? He's in blue house. It's pretty good. Blue house is very descriptive. A ping. Well, yeah, but like, this ping is kind of like a filler tool for callouts. Like CS. He's in the neighborhood. Yes, he's in the neighborhood. But the neighborhood is a very, very, very large portion of the map. It's literally a quarter of the map. We need to think more specific, right? Blue house. Blue houses. Blue pair. Single blue house. Blue Sellville. You can call these things the jungle gyms. Tall jungle gym, short jungle gym. These are pretty good. But I honestly, now that we're talking about this, I might consider changing the colors of these roofs. Because you can have blue house, green house, red house. Yeah, he's in red house, right? He's in green house. He's in blue house. He's in purple house. Make sense? Now, classic map is a very identifiable map. It's got really, really good set pieces to it. Like, you know, you got police station, you got courthouse, you got mountaintop, donut shop. Everything is already very good with classic map. Obviously, you can have some micro improvements, like what I said with the like the different colors of houses. But everything else other than that is pretty call-outable. Like, you could say like, oh, he's next to the office building with the drop-off, or like runner building. I could change like one office building to be taller than the other one, but I want to keep it authentic to the original the 2008 Roblox trailer, which is what this entire map is based around. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, the two office buildings there, the trees outside, the pathway, and the road in front of it, and the location of those two spawns are all, to the best of my ability, one-to-one replicas of the two office buildings, pathways, and little trees and spawns that were made at the beginning of the 2008 Roblox trailer. And so I used that as like a basis for the map, and then I just expanded around it to make an entire map out of it. Oh, the sign too, like the Roblox sign. All that is direct references to the 2008 Roblox trailer. So I can't change those at all, at the risk of being not authentic anymore. So roof color change could be good. It could be. I just don't think there's let's see, what is there? There's 6 houses on classic map, but there's not 6 colors for a roof that I think would look good on them. So that's another bit of a problem. Minor change, maybe the portal to where the door of that office building is might be nice, since you kind of have to almost go around the corner and drop a piece unless you are double jumping across the river. I don't think that's really a problem. Besides, the runner spawns in there. Boo. Ah! Silas jump scare. You can't scare me like that, Silas. You're spooking me over here. It's good to see you, Silas. We're playing Captivator Gaming and discussing map design. So, on the basis of each area of the map being recognizable, I think that Desert lucks into that really, really well. Because, like, if you look at pretty much any area of Desert, you're going to find out where you are pretty quick. Like, you got Skeleton. You got, I guess, maze, you can call this. Walls. Either way, it's only one area of the map has this little structure to it. You got the river in the back. You got on top of this cactus again and run out of stamina. It's really easy to path Desert. It is. And also, Desert has a very natural flow around it. It has, like, you can go around the entirety of the outside of Desert. Like, you could go around the whole thing. Like, you could trace the entire parameter. You can go all the way back there, all the way to like the little rocks behind the skeleton, all the way down into the pyramid, out the river in the back. Yeah, it's a very good. It has very good pathing to it. Desert is honestly probably the most balanced map. Well, there's an argument to be made that it's the most balanced map. That and probably Prison. Classic feels surprisingly balanced, even though it's very, very horizontal. Wait, are Classic and Farm the same size? They might actually be the same size. It's just that Classic has so much more to it that breaks up the monotony that it just doesn't feel so darn big. There's just more things that you could put in the Classic map than Farm map. Underground path, left path, elevator, right path. Go through all three of those and you'll get all the pieces, yeah. Pathing on Classic is slightly annoying. I don't think it's slightly annoying. I think there's a lot of risk and reward to it. I mean, you can go around the outer edges of the buildings if you want a safer path. You can go through the center of it. I mean, the pathing on Classic is very malleable. It's not very rigid. I mean, I've never had a problem with pathing on Classic. But yeah, the pathing on this one's really good. What's another map with good pathing? Oh, hold on. There's walls in the way. It's more square pathing than circular pathing. I mean, it's kind of in theme with Classic, but I don't think square is a problem. There's only walls in the way on 1/4 of the map. If they weren't there, then they wouldn't be. That would be a pretty big. Well, the entire map would be flat. Also, those walls are very easy to overcome. They give a very big benefit to double jump users, and also if you just kind of use a tree, because those walls there are lined with smaller trees that you can get in and out of at multiple different spots on that wall. So it's really not as blocking as you're kind of making it out to be. Good points, though. Good points. One runner left. Another good thing about this map, with it being like with the pathing, is that if you can kind of just go in one direction. If you do that, you'll eventually get to where you want to be. It might not be a direct path, but it's natural enough to be able to figure out where you want to be. Just my opinion. How would you fix it, or if it needs fixing? What, the Classic one? The pathing? I don't know. I think the pathing in Classic is really great because you have plenty of buildings around the edges to hide around. Or if you want to have a pretty quick route back to the general approximation of the drop-off, you can jump off the map or jump in the water to get a really neat respawn thing, which I think is pretty cool. But your poll, most balanced map in Captivator, Classic, Prison, or Desert? I will grant you this poll. Which is the most balanced map in Captivator? I spelled it wrong. Captivator. Prison, Desert, or Classic. Those are options, right? Yeah. I almost made the poll readable. Okay, that poll will run for 3 minutes, so we'll see what the consensus is between those 3 maps. Yeah, Classic is a very unique map. I personally I really like Classic map. I really like Classic. But as far as this poll, I guess I should play vote too. As much as I love Classic, I think that it's balanced in a bit of an unconventional way. If you want to just talk about normal map balance. Probably Desert. I probably shouldn't have said that out loud. That was going to influence what people think. But Prison, the map, the pathing is very rigid. But with Desert, even though there are pretty much 3 main paths, kind of like Dust 2 actually, and more than just dustiness, there are also like alternate routes from both, like all those main paths. Like you have the truss that leads up to the area behind the prison. You have, well, I mean, if you have double jump, you can kind of get to the main courtyard to the river path. I guess it's mainly just the truss leads up there. Yeah, I might add some more trusses so that you can get from the courtyard to the river path. I think that would be pretty good. Because the 3-lane path design with like what Dust 2 has been tried and true to be very good. Of course, you have to adapt it a little bit for Captivator, but hello. Oh, I'm the last runner. Never mind. I think I could use a way to get from the main courtyard up to the little ledge that is the river. You like prison is the most balanced? You think the only thing about prison that might be a little hard to be offensive as a captivator since there's not so many paths. Classic's gotta win. Based. In between classic and prison for you? I mean, I think those maps get voted on the most. That could just be my confirmation bias, though. Pirate is best, but prison is most balanced. I think that pirate could be balanced a lot more, and I do have a couple ideas for balancing pirate. Pirate probably gets voted the most. You know, another thing is that people are very superficial. And I think this is a bit of a self-report on all of us here, but people are very, very superficial, right? And it's only becoming more so as time goes on. People are only becoming more superficial. People, we don't put a whole lot of thought in like what map we vote. Pirate does get voted on a lot, but here's a bit of a spitball theory that I just not thought of. Pirate is also the most recent map to have been created. And with that, Pirate is one of the better looking maps. Pirate map is pretty obviously made long after a map like Prison. See what I mean? So even though it might not be like the most balanced map to play on, or the most fun map to play on for everyone, people keep voting on it all the time. I think it's just because it's a very visually interesting map. Same with Classic. Classic has really nice colors to it. Classic has a very interesting design to it. There's a lot of different interesting set pieces in Classic. It's pretty much probably the best example of you can look anywhere on the map and tell where you are because each individual spot is just super fun to look at. Bugbear says because it's broken and just fun. Well, I mean, that's true. I mean, sometimes a super unbalanced map can be fun as well because like balance is not equal fun. At the end of the day, we want fun, right? We want fun. So there's actually a map in Team Fortress 2. It's one of my favorite maps. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is my favorite map. And that map is called Dust Bowl. I'm a huge Dust Bowl enjoyer. And that map is extremely unbalanced. There's tons of choke points that you can only get through at one spot, and the map will stall there for like 20 minutes. But damn it, is that fun. I freaking love Dust Bowl for that reason. So honestly, it's probably a good thing that not every map is balanced perfectly. A map like Pirate Ship can be fun just because it's just total chaos. Now, I do want to make it a little bit less total chaos. I think there are some things about it that are a little bit much. Like the fact that you can just jump down through like little cannon windows and deposit a key at, you know, at any point. So that's a little bit much. But the very vertical nature of it makes it very runner-sided. And, well, also the fact that you can get instantly knocked and there's instantly keys out there when the game starts due to the fact that the captivator spawns so bad. But I think that if you kind of tighten the shoelaces in that map a little bit, tighten things up a little bit, I think that it could remain as like a very chaotic, fun map without being ridiculous. It's beginning to look a lot like Dust Bowl. Pirate best map, it's so small, has way more action, so it flips the winning team. Huh? I mean, I understand the first part what you're saying, but I don't understand the last part. Castle's kind of fun as a runner too. How come? Welcome, Glacial. You like Prison and Desert most gameplay-wise as a runner? Yeah. What's your favorite holiday? Christmas. Easy. It's nice using the paths to get pieces. True. I mean, satisfying pathing was good. I mean, the thing about a classic map is I think it has very high balance ratio as a total miracle. So the thing about classic is look just out here on the half of my screen, as you can see, you have a lot of different choices you can make. You can either take the risk to go straight through the center of the map, but you're exposed because you're out in the open. Or you can spend more time to go around the edges, which is a whole lot safer. Oh, thank you. And then look, see, I'm just now got free, but I can use the cool pathing of this map, teleport over there. And if I spawn a little bit closer, I might have hit the portal, but I didn't. But Classic map offers variance with this gameplay. Because there are safe routes that you can go to, or you can take a risk and go through the center. Ouch. Pirate also has nice piece pathing. I think Pirate's more just like... I think Pirate is just a very special map because it's very much unlike the other ones. It's small and vertically focused. Like, we have small maps. We don't have any other maps that are vertically focused like Pirate map is. Because all the all the surface area that you can stand on Pirate map is stacked on top of each other. It's kind of like Vertigo from CS, if that makes sense. It's kind of like Vertigo from CS, and to a lesser degree like Nuke from CS. Because Vertigo, there's basically 2 layers to that map. You got the A site and the B site, but you get to A site is actually through the lower floor of the building. Way to get to, well, there's mid, but yeah, it's very vertical. I like Vertigo a lot. That's one of my favorite maps in CS, actually. I like Vertigo and I like Nuke, which are ironically both the two most vertical maps in the game. They both are layered maps. Have you ever heard of Tower Defense Simulator? Yes, I have. It is a good game. Although I don't like how they constantly remake it. It's kind of annoying. Just stick with one thing and start adding more content instead of reinventing the wheel. But the only thing you don't like about Classic is how close the spawns are to the portal. What do you mean? Like the runner spawns? Because it's supposed to be that way. Because every map is supposed to be like spawnable next to the portal. It's meant to help new players figure out where they're at. Like if you queue into a map for like the first time and you never played it before, at least you're shown immediately where your objective is. Was spawn? Oh, okay, I see what you mean. It's like whenever people hop in the spawn, hop off the map, or like hop into like the water, and then they respawn and have like a little force field. I see what you mean. Yeah, and they can just kind of indefinitely extend that by doing it over and over again, to a small degree of luck as well. But yeah, that can be adjusted. Like I think you could kind of fix that by just mainly just by making the force field time smaller. I think that would do a lot to fix that problem. I think there's slightly better ways to do it probably. But again, I can't change that part of the map. Like I can't change where the spawns are, otherwise it's no longer authentic to the 2008 trailer. Used to play TDS a lot, but got frustrated at all the changes. Yeah, same. I used to play it a lot, but I've never seen a game get like fucking remade so many damn times before. I'm like, if you spent a quarter of the time that you spent remaking the whole fucking thing on actually adding new content, this game would be so much more popular. But you're more concerned with, you know, reinventing the way that zombies move across the map. It's cool, and I'm definitely, you know, all for like necessary upgrades. Sometimes you have to wipe the foundation and start over. That's what I'm doing with Captivator. But like what? How many times has it been? Like 5 times now? You don't like how they revamped how the game looks? It looks like clay now. I don't have a problem with the visual style they went for. I just have a problem with the fact that they're spending all their time changing stuff that doesn't matter. It's more polished, but 2021 was when it looked and felt the best. Yeah, I liked whenever I liked whenever the lobby didn't feel overly complicated. It felt like the lobby did its purpose. Like a lobby like that. This entire stream is about game design. Oh, I thought someone followed. It was just me leveling up. So the purpose of a lobby, especially in a game like that, where it's not a lobby like Captivator, where it's like a round-based server thing, but more like the lobby is like a central location where you go to queue into games at will, right? In a lobby like that, it's very, very important for it to first and foremost serve its purpose, right? So that means it needs to be extremely clear, and with the way that the room or whatever it is that it is designed as, for it to highlight the main goal of it, the elevators. Every time they change their damn lobby, it feels like I have to refine those elevators. They change the pathing every fucking time. They change where everything is. They make areas that should stand out a whole lot, again, being the places where you queue into matches, they make it hard to find. You know, my favorite TDS lobby was actually one where it was just inside this building. It had red carpet, and it was, I think each side had a hallway on it that had elevators, and you'd go in those elevators to, you know, pick your map or whatever else. Now I can go on a different rant about how I wish that the elevators would just let you pick what map, you know, to play on and whatever else, but we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about just the design lobby itself. The current lobby of TDS does not highlight what you want people to go and do, which is queue into a game. Yes, simple lobby. I miss that TDS lobby too. Yeah, exactly. Like, because you don't want like all the complexity of the game to be trying to figure out where the hell to go. You know, you want the complexity of the game to come from how you take the tools that you're given to solve the challenge that's put in front of you. Another thing, I'm not entirely sure if they do this or not, but one thing that I've seen other games doing, Helldivers, is when you're balancing the game, you don't break the player's knees to make the challenge harder. You up the challenge, but you don't nerf the tools they use to overcome that challenge. When you nerf the tools they use to overcome that challenge, it's annoying. It just makes you feel like you've gotten cheated rather than the challenge to be made harder. That's a different little side tangent, but it's like recently Helldivers nerfed the flamethrower. Well, I really like the flamethrower, damn it. And so instead of, well, they did add different enemies, but instead of, you know, just changing the enemies, they broke my legs as well. And I'm like, great, thanks. That was what I had fun doing. That was my fun way to overcome this challenge. And I was hoping to use my preferred way, the way that I think is fun, to overcome more challenges, but now you nerfed it into the ground. Cool, thanks. That was how I had fun, you know? And the breaker, yes. So I'm going to provide additional backstory for this, since a lot of people here don't play Helldivers. The flamethrower and the breaker, which is basically a fire shotgun, right? Flamethrower and breaker both got nerfed. That was one of my favorite combinations to play against bugs. It was fun. I enjoyed, you know, going on a psychotic rant, playing Pyro from TF2 and just burning them all to a crisp. That was fun. I enjoyed my fire shotgun. That was fun. That was my preferred way to do it. They released a giant update, added a bunch of, you know, giant new enemies. I'm like, cool. And so I hop into the game. I choose my normal loadout that I've come to like playing. It's fun for me, only to find out that the gun that I liked using is now nerfed. It's like, oh, great. Well, this was how I had fun before. Now I almost have to like change my gameplay style, which was something that I specifically tailored for my playstyle to have fun, and you know, it's annoying. I don't like when people balance things by breaking the players. Like, don't break the player's legs to make the challenge harder. That's not a good way to do it. Make the challenge harder, but don't trust the player. Now, of course, there are examples when you do have to nerf things, which is like in Ball Blast. I know that some of you felt this, so you'll be able to personally relate to this, but whenever I kept nerfing the sniper into the ground, I hated that weapon. I still hate that weapon to this day. I wish I never added it to the game, because it became so dominant that Ball Blast pretty much just became Sniper Wars. All the other weapons were totally, you know, irrelevant when it came to the sniper. It would shut whole servers down. Now, of course, it shouldn't have been that powerful to begin with, and a lot of people didn't like when I nerfed it, but I was trying to, you know, make up for an ultra overpowered weapon. That is a case where you have to nerf something. But things like Helldivers, they do it too much. Buff Sniper and buff Arc Thrower. You still play it too? Breaker does same damage, less mags. Yeah, they nerfed the maximum ammo of the Breaker by 2 whole magazines, which was annoying. Time to use this reasoning to justify why Lucky shouldn't be nerfed. Well, I mean, I've already talked about what's going to happen to Lucky in future updates. The Lucky that we know now will have to be grinded for a lot, with the whole upgradable perk cards. Like whenever you unlock Lucky in V4, it's going to be like 5% or something. You know, like probably like 10%, like a much lower percent. And as you level up that perk through gameplay, then that percentage will get higher. Probably going up to 30%, which is what it is now. But whenever the general whole of the player base doesn't have such ready access to this 30% chance, suddenly it becomes a whole lot less frustrating to play against. Also, would not have these upgradable perks if I was trying to make Captivator a competitive game. And I also don't want the whole concept of upgrading a perk to be so powerful that it makes the game not fair. Because even if a game isn't competitive, it still needs to be fair. I don't think Captivator will ever be a competitive game. Like, a Captivator will never be an esport, just due to the very format of the game itself, but it can be a fair casual game. Can you get a fully automatic rocket launcher to balance out a sniper? Yes. No perk, return runner to lobby. What if you got rid of luck? I don't really want to get rid of it entirely. It's kind of fun. But yeah, if I was going for Captivator to be a game that could be played competitively, then I would make it to where every player is on like an equal power level despite any kind of grind. And even then, like the power level that's like the differentiating power level then between each player, I don't want it to be very much. Upgradable, yes. But the difference between like a level 1 perk and a level 5 perk should not be that much. Enough to be rewarding for your effort put into it, but not enough to where it changes the entire outcome of the game. It can be casual, but it still needs to be based on your own individual performance. Because that's what it's called. Fair. Breaker's not too bad for you thanks to your particular playstyle. You've only completely run out of breaker ammo when you get stuck in one spot and can't leave. Yeah, well, I'm always the guy who's getting assaulted from like 70 different directions, because so I can go through like 6 breaker mags in a half second, and all of a sudden I had to go back to my revolver, go Texas mode, because freaking Arrowhead decided to take new mag from me. We always see my kills at the end of missions, and I'm always like, where were you guys? I always choose the localization confusion booster because I'm so sick of getting bug breaches. That's all I do, is I hold mouse 1 the whole damn time. I don't know what it is about me, but enemies in this game are just attracted to me. I'm always the guy who's just slaughtering things instead of doing the objectives. We infinite ammo enjoyers don't know your pain. You know, you use electric weapons. And then you team kill. Fair point there, I'm doing the objectives. Yeah, you do the objectives and I feel like I'm playing Doom every time I load up in Helldivers. All the bugs are just like, oh hey, here's Storm Cell. Guys, he's right here. No one's paying attention to my other teammates. I'm like, why am I getting help with all this? The bolt chooses where it goes. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's... Sure it does. You know, sure. Jumping off the map drops layer portal pieces. When somebody gets the last piece, it's almost impossible to stop things. They can just jump off the map until you get the closest spawn and run the whole time. Eh. That's kind of just like a neat perk of classic map. I don't think it's a problem. Stop shaking your head at me. Give me the key. They're gonna break out of you eventually. Oh, just like that. Get him, Rossi. No! I've been transferred. They love going for you when you're legit 2 pixels away, too. Yeah, they just hate me in particular. Hey, I'm not complaining, though. I play Helldivers for combat, damn it. And combat is what I get. Although sometimes it would be nice to, you know, get a chance to reload. Especially on bots. I'm a spear enjoyer on bots, so I like to just snipe stuff from afar. With a little home run rocket. Or homing rocket. Storm Cell is Doom Guide to the bugs. I like the way you describe that. The entire time, my little Helldiver just has the Doom soundtrack playing in his helmet. Like, you've seen those memes where someone's helmet's like flashing between like rainbow colors and they have Caramel Denson playing. Yeah, my visor's just red the entire time. And it's just blasting. The only thing they fear is you. For the entirety of the match. Doom Guy, or Storm Guy, Doom Cell. Fix farm by adding more hiding spots. Honestly, I agree with that. One thing I like about Classic as opposed to Farm Map is the fact that Classic has a lot of different things to hide behind. It has so much unique scenery to it. It has a lot of trees. It has like the big Roblox sign. It has a lot of stuff to hide behind. So like moving throughout the map is not nearly as punishing as it is moving throughout Farm. Again, Farm is difficult to, work with just because we have large open fields. It's kind of the whole thing about it. But what we could do is maybe the forest could have thicker trees, or add like a couple of hay bales around, or add some tractors here and there that've been parked, That kind of makes sense. Maybe like a wooden fence that is a solid fence. Has like posts, but then like wood boards across those posts that are dense enough where you can't see through them. Or maybe you can see through them like a little bit to see if runners on the other side, but not where you can throw the capsule at them. Make sense? So it's definitely stuff we can do for Farm Map. You just kind of have to think like what would be on a farm and kind of maybe dramatize it just a little bit, make it a bit more dramatic. But of course, Captivator is a game where you can kind of do that because the whole art style and theme of Captivator is, a bit comical. Like, let's remind each other, like we're beating up robots with sticks here, A little bit of cartoony exaggeration is totally okay. Like, sure, Captivator intimidating, but look at this dude. It's a block game. It's Roblox at the end of the day. Unless you're trying to make things look like Steam, which I don't think you should ever do on Roblox. Like, you should never go for hyperrealism on Roblox. It's a block game. Just embrace it, Only intimidating if it's you. I can't even see you without looking down. Hush. Add some redwoods. We could make like an apple farm. Make the apple trees just thick. It could be like a wheat farm. You said it's the only Captivator you're afraid of? Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, because you're good at the game. I'll give you that. I think one question that kind of has to be answered is like, what are we growing in the field on a Farm Map? I swear, if someone says we, they're getting banned. Now, what are we growing in the field on Farm Map? Drugs. Pistachio trees. Barley. What's that stuff that they... Hay. Bales of hay. Because that is something that you normally see in large open fields where farmers are harvesting their crops and baling it up into, big old bales of hay. So if we said that we were growing that and made the growing items sticking out of the ground whatever it is that hay bales are made out of, then it would make sense to also put hay bales out in the field. That way, suddenly the field is not so open. However, with the way that the hay is kind of built now, it's almost extremely... It's really hard to catch anyone in the field. It's almost kind of like a minefield for runners. It's very hard for Captivators to hit them in amongst all those tall little spigots of like hay or whatever it is. Piss trees. Your friends said the things in the field look like French fries. Hay is grass, dead grass to be specific. Yeah. Another thing is like, what if the barns weren't just barns? What if they, like this is a farm, right? It needs like a farmhouse or some place for the farmer to, do his paperwork and sleep and stuff, right? So there could be like an office in the farms. Well, if you want to make it like a homestead farm, it needs places for him to sleep. But if it was like an industrial farm, it just needs like an office or something. Well, that could be another room in the barns, or it could be like a little trailer. There's a lot of construction sites and a lot of farms have those little like mobile home things they use as their offices. That could be there as well. There's a lot of different things you can do with map design. And I love talking about this. Cows. I'm not good at making organic objects. I'll put that out there. So I'd have to embrace the blocky nature of Roblox. But A crashed UFO. That's a really good idea, Rossi, actually. A crashed UFO would actually be really, really interesting set piece. That's a great idea. Like, legitimately, that's a great idea. Rossi, write that down. Tractors, bales of hay, thicker trees, elevation changes, office building, crashed UFO. Nice. A farm map remake is definitely needed. Aliens confirmed with Captivator lore. True. I do want to keep Captivator as lore consistent as possible. I don't want to make it like lore heavy or anything, but I do want to make it lore consistent. Are Captivators aliens? No, they're not aliens. A cell tower? Your farmer friends have one on their land. That's not a bad idea, actually. Power lines is what that kind of reminds me of. This has probably been already asked. But what would you do for a map next if you were to do one? I will say I do have answers for that. But I will keep those answers to myself for now. I have wrote down a couple of different notable situations or notable locations I think would make a great Captivator map. And I have talked about a couple of them before. But for now, I'm going to keep those to myself. A cow pen. They're moving but big enough to hide behind. That would be pretty cool. Because that means moving cover. Get bad cow RNG. There's not a cow that blocks you from the direction you're trying to take cover from. Stupid cows! New Captivator maps coming in V5, third quarter 2054. Yep, confirmed. Confirmed. Hello, bugbear. Be a shame if somebody captured you. Anyway. Well, we're coming up on what is going to be our last match of the night. We got 8 more minutes of Captivator gaming before you kiss it goodbye forever. There might be more Captivator. Probably not that idea. If I gave you more Captivator gaming, that would imply that I like you guys and I hate you also. I'm joking. Probably. Good night, Inno. If Nafam robs you again, you're gonna nuke him after you and Me 6 nuke Pigeon. Why are you in cahoots with Me 6, the Discord bot? A mall map would fit since it's open but not indoors. A mall map would have to be very specifically designed. Like you'd have to have, like you'd. Okay, this is kind of weird, but you'd actually kind of have to go for like a Five Nights at Freddy's security breach kind of deal. Because if you went with just what we're used to seeing in malls, which is what the customers see, it would be one major walkway, probably several floors, and a bunch of small little shops that you go into those shops one way and then out the same way. That would be difficult to navigate as a runner and really only be one lane. It would be one lane multi-tiered map. Now what you could do, like what I was mentioning with the whole security breach Five Nights at Freddy's thing, is you could make it to where there are service hallways. Service hallways in the back that connect a couple of the different shops. Because if you're familiar with Five Nights at Freddy's security breach, which I think the map for that game is really cool, very underrated, then you would see there are service hallways and like large tunnels underground and stuff like that. But yeah, mall map be pretty cool. Favorite backpack and Helldivers? The Rover is good for bugs, sort of. I think they nerfed it though. Shield is good for bots so they don't get thrown around like a ragdoll because of all the rockets. Supply pack might be my favorite though, just because I like getting I like getting it used on me. I don't like using it, but I like getting it used on me. The spear backpack might be my favorite though, just because it provides me with epic rockets to shoot at things from afar. Freddy Fazbear suit. Hold on, we've been talking about Captivator so much now. I had to open up my document for it again. We go down the farm map and write some ideas down. Damn, these upland windows are fucking big. Platform. I'm gonna forget stuff and I'll write it down. I had an idea for a captivator suit. I should probably put it in here while I'm thinking about it. Sets. There we go. There we go. Speaking of business, we'll also still need a business map. So an office building? I think an office building would be a pretty neat complement to like a Captivator factory. Kind of like an extended version of the map from Chamber Delta 99. Or maybe include the Chamber Delta 99 map. Actually, I think it was a totally sick map. Would actually be a map that would allow you to go into the observation room from Chamber Delta 99, so that you can view the CD99 map from in there, but you can't access it. That'd be pretty fucking cool. So you like go to like the other the different rooms of like the rest of the facility. You know, that'd be a really cool like way to tie those two maps in. I mean, CD99 map, that would just be, you know, a Captivator factory, like where they were originally created before it all went wrong. Yes, this will be our business match. It's our last match of the night, which means it's business. So we're gonna do classic business, no funny business. Just classic business.
Like this. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm going to make the winner of tonight's business the first person to send me a trade when I say the word business in chat. Almost a Twitch chat. Almost a Twitch chat. Nope. Be the first person to send me a trade when I say the word business. No, I'm just kidding. I normally do that whenever I fire off that business, but I just want to give you all a little bit of a teaser, just so you know what to look out for. Oh, for those of you here watching the stream, you probably thought that I was typing. You probably heard that little tippity-typey sounds on my keyboard. Like, nope. Nope. No business for you. Now, of course, I could do things like this, where I misspell it, and then try to figure out who all fell for it. Lol, Matthew, idiot. Glacial, dumb. Ha, nerds. Fake business. Fake business. You plebs. You plebs. Oh, you. You really thought that I wouldn't fake you out? You really thought that I wouldn't give you fake business? That is not business. That is business. With one S. However you pronounce that. Fools. You absolute... Who's saying... Epic ass ripper. Get out of my face. I mean, how's this a username? Good job, Roblox. Good job. That was the real business. Now, the winner of business will be the first person to have sent me a trade after I said the word business. And that person will be revealed after this match is over. So thank you guys for coming tonight. Thank you for helping me to brainstorm ideas. I had fun. I had fun playing Captivator. I don't do it too often anymore. In fact, I think this is our first full Captivator stream we've had in a while. But I think it was a nice change of pace. I've been doing other games. I'm not opposed to doing Captivator once every while. Captivator is still my baby. I just don't want to get burnt out on it. But this was the opposite of being burnt out. This was a nice refresher that actually is kind of helping to get my my juices going for a Captivator. The creative juices. What is Ball Blast then, a cousin? No, Ball Blast is my forgotten child. Anyway. Yeah, I should sub-goal Captivator streams. I should be a real asshole. But no. Anyway. The winner of tonight's business is the first person to have sent me a trade request once I said the word business in Roblox chat. And that person is... Matthew McLaughlin. 7. Congratulations, Matthew. You are the winner of tonight's business. Like I'm screaming over there in chat. Please offer up any item from your inventory in exchange for a random item from my own. I see you offer up Sandstorm, so I will scroll up and down here, and I'm going to close my eyes, cover my face, and click on something. You get, clicking a few times, just make sure I do click on something. First thing I click on. Correct, Matt. Congratulations, Sarah. Congratulations. You get an actual good item from tonight's business. Not only did you win a business, but you got a good item as well. Very nice, very nice. Definitely didn't intentionally try to memorize the position of that or anything. I would never. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming to tonight's epic Captivator gaming. It was great to talk about map design with you guys. I always like doing that. Here's to more epic, good conversations about game design in the future. Map design just being a very small part of game design. I'm always ready, happy, and willing to talk about game design. In fact, these Captivator streams are a good time to do that because normally I'm focused on whatever game I'm playing because it's normally like a first-time experience with if it's like Hat in Time or Portal or whatever else. But sometimes it's nice to come back to base where it all started. Come back to the main meal, the main course of the Strom Cell Empire. But yeah, maybe we'll do this more often. Maybe. Oh, excuse me, I burped. Maybe we'll have to do a bit more Captivator gaming, potentially. I don't want to do it too much though, because I don't want to get burnt out again. But this is our last stream for the week, so I will see you guys Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Time. We still have Block Tales to finish if Skilly is going to be down Thursday. So if you want to see me and my lifelong, played for a long time duo partner guy, we always play duos together, whether it be Battle Royales, duo games like Block Tales or whatever else, then it's going to be me and Skilly playing it. So if you want to see two guys who've been friends for like 12 years or more playing Block Tales together, playing the Chapter 2, to go ahead. Chapter 1 is up on the Avage channel. So I will give a link to the VOD channel right now if you're interested in seeing that, so you can get all caught up for next week when we probably play the Block Tales Chapter 2. You can do that. Should be pretty easy to find on there against the VOD channel. And that will be maybe next week. I'm thinking that's what we'll do next week. It depends on if Skilly is available or not. I will be here, though. I will be here 8 p.m. Central Time, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday until further notice. Yeah, we also have to figure out when our next single-player game is going to be. Might sprinkle in some Camp Leader in there as well, but we'll see. There's been plenty of suggestions for games to be played in the Variety Streams Discord channel thing. So if you want to suggest a game for that, here's the Discord. Go in there and drop it in the Variety Streams suggestions threads and the suggestions forum thread thing. Yes, Rossi is like, please play SCP, please. Begging for things in classic Rossi fashion. But I do believe that's all for tonight. Thank you all for coming tonight to tonight's epic Captivator gaming. And I'll see you all next Thursday. But until then, please take care of yourselves, because I love you all. Peace.